तो गाइज वॉइस इज ऑडिएबल प्रॉपर। एक हेलो। हेलो ना पड़ रहा है। हेलो चेक। हेलो हेलो। टू चेक फ्रॉम हेयर। हेलो चेक। हेलो हेलो चेक। आई होप मेरी वॉइस यहाँ से अच्छी जा रही होगी। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। मैंने एक नोट बनाया है। तो हेलो गाइज, आज मैं बात करने वाला हूँ साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बारे में। तो जो भी अभी फ्रेशर्स हैं जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी की फील्ड में आना चाहते हैं के लिए, तो उसके लिए मैंने स्टेप बाय स्टेप का ओवरऑल देने का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ इस वीडियो के थ्रू। तो बात करते हैं साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बारे में। लर्निंग पाथ क्या है? कोई अगर साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आना चाहता है तो कैसे आ सकता है और क्यों आएगा? तो अभी के समय में आप देख सकते हो कि साइबर सिक्योरिटी हर जगह यूज हो रहा है, जैसे कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में, बैंक्स में, हॉस्पिटल्स में, आईटी कंपनी यूज कर रही है, स्टार्टअप्स यूज कर रहा है। जितने भी इंटरनेट बेस्ड और इंटरनेट बेस्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहाँ पे इंटरनेट का यूज हो रहा है, वहाँ पे साइबर सिक्योरिटी का बहुत बड़ा महत्व है। तो वही लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे, साइबर सिक्योरिटी इज नो लॉन्गर ऑप्शनल, तो इट इज़ मैंडेटरी नाउ इन एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बैंक्स, हॉस्पिटल्स, गवर्नमेंट, स्टार्टअप्स, many more. So it's depend on the cyber security professional to protect their data, systems and users. तो साइबर सिक्योरिटी का ये मतलब कर्तव्य बनता है कि वो प्रोटेक्ट करे सिस्टम्स को, यूजर्स के डेटा को, कंपनीज के डेटा को, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के डेटा को। तो जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी का मेन पर्पस यही है। और इफ़ यू आर ए फ्रेशर एंड you want to jump into cybersecurity, then I will give you a clear learning path so you can work accordingly. So first, understand what cybersecurity really is. So cybersecurity is a practice of protecting systems, network, applications and data from digital attack. So it's not only about hacking, it's about incidents, defense, monitoring, risk management, compliance, and incident response. So, what are the key domains to know? There are the multiple areas where cybersecurity professionals are working, like network security, application security, cloud security, incident and access management, incident response and governance, risk and compliance, GRC. Also, one team is called SOC team. So, these are the areas where cybersecurity are commonly working. So, in network security, like so cybersecurity engineers are working to secure the network, application security. The security engineers are working for the application security, like the web application security, mobile application security, API security. Again, we comes to the cloud security, like all the organization, you can say most of the organization are using the cloud, and we are hosting the our domains that are also in the cloud. So we need cloud security. So identity and access management. So most of the organization are using IAM policy to make sure like they are providing proper and limited privilege to the users and associates, like incident response, like whatever incidents are happening, so we need immediate response for that. So we working on also in this field. And last one is the governance, risk and compliance, GRC. This is not last, but yeah, I have mentioned like most common fields inside the cybersecurity where we are working. So what we need? Strong IT fundamental. We need to know the basics of IT fundamentals. If we are not knowing about that, it's difficult to start the journey with the cybersecurity. So before touching security tools, you must understand how technology works. So first, learn the following basics like operating systems. Like mostly we are using Linux and Windows operating system, and we are also using the Mac OS. So we are working the multiple OS. Commonly we are using the three: Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. So we have to learn about the operating systems, network fundamentals like TCP, IP, and UDP, DNS and DHCP, HTTP and HTTPS, firewalls and proxies. Then we have to learn about the basics of virtualizations and containers. Then if you skip fundamental tools, will confuse you and you will face difficulty while deep dive into the cybersecurity. So come to the step 3, learn Linux for security. So if you want to deep dive into security part, then you have to learn the Linux properly. So Linux is the backbone of cybersecurity because most of the OS are based on Linux operating system, and Linux is the free and open source, and you can use any like Ubuntu. If I give you the example of the Linux operating system, you can use Ubuntu, Kali Linux, and Unix, and Mac OS that we are using. This is also based on the Linux operating system, but there are some many advanced things also here. And focusing on file system structure, permissions and ownership, process management, networking commands, bash scripting basics. So most security tools run on Linux. You must be comfortable with the terminal. So when you are using the Linux, and we are using terminal to do our most of the things, and you can use GUI based also, but we are using the Linux and we are using the terminal mostly to do our activities. So come to the introduction to cybersecurity concept. Now enter the security mindset, core concept to master. Like first one is the CIA triad. You know what is it? CIA means confidentiality, integrity, and availability. This is the triangle of CIA. Then we have to know about the authentications and authorization. What are the difference between that? Then we have to learn about the encryptions and hashing. Then come to the symmetric and asymmetric cryptography. Then come to the threats, vulnerabilities, and risks. What are the risks associated? We have to also learn attack surface and threat modeling. We have to learn about the network security. I come to the step 5, where networking from an attacker's and defender perspective. Understand how attackers think, learn packet analysis. We can use the tools that calls Wireshark for that. Common ports and service. For common port and scanning, we can use some tools also. Man in the middle attack, network scanning and enumerations. This stage build the foundation of ethical hacking and SOC roles. So while we are doing the hacking, we should be ethical. Otherwise, we have to face the legal consequences also. So we have to work within the boundaries. Sometimes we have to cross the boundary, but with proper, uh, uh, you have to, you have proper permission for that. Do this. Otherwise, many people face legal consequences. Come to the step 6, ethical hacking fundamentals. Ethical hacking teaches you how systems are broken. You can help and protect them. Like we have to learn step by step. First, we have to learn reconciliation and footprinting. Then scanning and enumeration, vulnerability assessment, exploitations, basic post exploitation concepts. Then we have the important note, like always practice only in legal labs and test environment. Right? You should not go on any other people's domain or website and do the testing and anything. So it's not illegal. Legal. So you have to always try to be legal and use base security practices, proper permissions. Yeah, while doing the black box and gray box testing. So come to the step 7, where we have to talk about the web application security, which is very important now. Is like most real world breaches happens through web applications, focuses on how web application works, HTTP methods and headers, cookies, sessions and token, OWSP top 10 vulnerabilities like SQL injection, XSS CSRF token, authentication flow, access control issues. Now you can read about the OWSP top 10. They are 2025 OWSP top 10 are also present. First it comes in 2011, then 2017, then 2021, then 2025. Accordingly, you can use this. This is the OWSP is the organization where they can guide us to how to find and which are the most common vulnerabilities per decade and that years can we work on that. So this skills is highly demands in this industry. So come to the step 8, programming for cybersecurity. You don't need to be a software engineer, but you must know scripting. So if you want to be a cybersecurity professional, you must know about the scripting or base scripting, you can say. So for that, you can use any language like Python, JavaScript, or base scripting. For Python, you can use for automation, scripting, and security tools. For basic JavaScript, you can use for web security, and base scripting is for you can use it the terminal. So automation separates beginners from professional. So when you are doing the automation, you can be the uh, different from the beginners. Yeah. Step 9, security tools every fresher should know. So what are the security tools we can use while doing the uh, application PA and other things? So most common cybersecurity tools are Nmap, Pub Suite, Metasploit, Wireshark, Nikto, and OLSP Jab. So we can learn according to the usage, which field you are using, in which field you are working. You can use these tools for your task and for your practice also. So learn why a tool is used, not just how to run it. So it's the most important thing while you are learning anything. Then come to the blue team and SOC fundamentals. So cybersecurity is not only hacking. defense is equally important. So if you are just hacking, so not enough. You have to also know how to defend this system. So we have to learn about these concepts like SIM basics, logs and alerts, incident response life cycle, malware analysis basics, threat intelligence, endpoint concepts. So this path leads to SOC analyst and security engineer's role. So come to the step 11. So we have to learn about the cloud security basics like modern infrastructure lives the cloud. So start with one cloud platform like Azure, AWS or Google Cloud. You can choose any one of them. And then you have to focus on IAM and access control, network security in cloud, logging and monitoring, and shared responsibility model. Then come to the certification part. For freshers, you can do CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. You can also use CEH and other security plus and other AWS Cloud Practitioner, security focused, and ISO 27001. And there are more common security practices, security examination. You can do the certification for that. And Microsoft, Google, and Amazon also providing certification in cybersecurity. So you can do certification from there also. So hands-on practice. So if you want to do the hands-on practice in the cybersecurity, cybersecurity is a skills, not a theory. So you have to learn about this. So you can do practice labs like in the legal platforms, build small security projects, write reports for vulnerabilities, create a GitHub rep of portfolio. So hands-on experience matters more than certificates. So if you have not certified with the any organization, it's not matter, but you have the hands-on knowledge about that. It's more important in the cybersecurity world. Step 14, we come to the career path you can choose. So I talked earlier about this. Like we have the multiple areas we can work in the cybersecurity. So there are the SOC analysts, security testers, application security analyst, cloud security engineers, GRC analyst, and many more. So you can choose path according to your interest. So yeah, that's all from our side. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. And yeah, thank you guys. Vande Mataram. Like